Outside Bogdanovich. Ingles dishes to Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two. And now, yep, this will be a Butler challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Rudy Gobert taking 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. Sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
And here is Ingles. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Conley the pass to Gobert. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And stolen by James. A baseline J. And there's Green on the assist by James. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Conley with it, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. LeBron James on the wing. And James gets it to go. James has got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And now they've chosen the full court man-to-man.
Yep, going with the most grueling kind of defense possible. They're looking to make something happen here.
And the Jazz call time here.
Look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Lakers, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
And the shot goes in.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Outside Rondo, down low. And Davis puts it in. He's got 12.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Clarkson dishes to Ingles. Conley the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. The pass to Bogdanovich for Davis. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. It's a 13-point game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Here's LeBron. They kick it out to Green from past the arc. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Green's got 5 points so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. Drills it from outside.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Rondo passes to James. For 2 points, that one goes. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Out to the right wing. Rondo against Conley. Shot from 12. Here's Gobert. Bogdanovich left side. They shoot again. And Davis sends it back. On the wing, Green. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Smith subbed in for Danny Green.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Bradley kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Williams-Goss. Shot clock at 5. LeBron with the block.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block is going to put a major bounce in his step.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
Williams-Goss. Lakers players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's team swap here for the Lakers. Now Conley taking a look at the Jazz. Joe Ingles is out there at Bogdanovich. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Davis dishes to James. Rondo passes to James. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Ingles against Murray. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Outside Conley. Fires for 3. Gets it to fall, but still just 2 for 10 from the floor this game.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
It's tipped. And now Utah, fast break. Ingles with the ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Davis.
They're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter. And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly lined so far here in the second quarter. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Lets it go from 14. Here's Gobert. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Poked loose and stolen by Bogdanovich. Green against Clarkson. Back to Bogdanovich. This one for 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Murray. Rebound, Utah.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And the basket by Ingle.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Green finds James. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Conley the pass to Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got 13. And the Lakers call time here. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I'll tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Checked in for the Lakers.
Girls, make some noise, fans.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You take a look at Los Angeles. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Jazz. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for the Jazz, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
Conley, and he makes good on the layup. Conley's got his third basket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Pass to Clarkson. Now Bogdanovich. Over Davis. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And the Lakers call time here. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA. And digested all kinds of books and stories about him, and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 13. Good bucket there from Conley. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Pass to Davis. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In Los Angeles, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
To the paint. Here's Gobert over James, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 2020. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot, and James picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Jazz have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
At the elbow, Conley. Clarkson against Caldwell Pope. They get it again. Los Angeles leading by 13. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Clarkson on the wing. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Snatched up. Jazz trail by 13. 56 seconds left in the first half of the game. Conley dishes to Gobert. Rondo against Conley. They get a hand on it. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis, and Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Bogdanovich. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Moutier is checked in for Clarkson, and Williams-Goss subbed in for Mike Conley.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his bucket. You can count on that.
It's going to be out of bounds.
Caldwell Pope never rests on defense. He gives
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here.
Jazz. 59.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
You know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Lakers 5 right now. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's James in at the 5 down low. And James throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Clarkson against Green. Conley left side. 5 on the clock. Over Rondo. Conley's shot is off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Green, the pass to James. And the dunk by James.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Jazz trail by 17. High post, Gobert. Working on James. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Passes it to Conley. Second shot opportunity, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second.
You played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and Marcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Clarkson gets to Conley. Another miss by Utah.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And he's able to get it back. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Clarkson against Green. Clarkson passes to Gobert. 5 to shoot. And here's Ingles outside. Another shot, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Nice shot by James.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. And the rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And the Jazz call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Lakers second,
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Conley kicks to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Clarkson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Improving shot mechanics, good height on that jumper, nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Rondo, good.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Clarkson against Green. Here's Clarkson, 11 points in the game. Conley kicks to Ingles. Feeds to Bogdanovich. Releases. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Lakers leading by 20. Here's James. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 13 points.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Utah has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Conley. The shot comes out, and it's the Lakers the other way.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this dude. Man.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
That one doesn't drop. Good D by James. And they're running. Can he keep it going? The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Conley against Rondo. Has to go Gobert. They need this. The shot off that time, and the Lakers take it the other way.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Now, here's Clarkson. 11 points in the game. From down low. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Nothing soft.
Substitution.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either. It's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
He kicks to Moutier. Inside, here's Niang. Rebound by Smith.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. In transition, here come the Jazz. Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
James against Bradley. Outside Conley. And the layup's good off the glass. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Kuzma slams it in.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
And here is Conley. 14 points for him. From deep. No good that time. And so it's Los Angeles, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Jackson. Also Bradley out there, and it's Magruder in at the 3 spot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
The max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reason why you have max contracts because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. Thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
And he gets it back.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Bradley nails both of them. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Bradley.
Kicks it to Bradley. Oni guarded by Bradley. And yes, it's good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Murray, and it's blocked. Jackson against Bradley. Jackson passes to Magruder. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's a outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
To the middle, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Morris finds Murray. Here's Bradley. Here's James. Connects on the open J. James has got 9 points in the quarter.
It might be the most difficult shot in basketball, the hook shot.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the powerful one-handed slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Tucker with the ball. Here's the teardrop. Here's Murray. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Utah shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Oni. The three-pointer, no good. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Magruder. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Morris, no good.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning, I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Boy, we all know guys that Bogdanovich can score from the outside, but there, you love seeing him mix it up.
And they double up James. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
First one falls for the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Jazz have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Here's Williams-Goss, and he jams it with authority.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Here's Morris. Gobert with the block. 3-on-3. Here's Magruder. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Magruder's got 4 points now in the quarter. James finds Murray. Lakers working the ball around now. Now Tucker. The pass to Gobert. Pass to Magruder. Three-pointer on the way. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 25 points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Williams-Goss, guarded by Bradley. Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros could have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Murray outside. Gobert with the block. Here's Williams-Goss. Knocked away.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Morris. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Gobert kicks it to Tucker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Niang. Jump shot is good.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And, Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Back to Gobert. Williams-Goss, the pass to Niang. With some arc, he lays it in. Niang's got 4 this quarter.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Now, here's Tucker. Has to Gobert. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
2 minutes.
From deep three-point range, and it's Magruder missing. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Lakers. Back to James. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. James has got 45 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Here's Williams-Goss. But they get it back.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
Here's Magruder. And he lays it straight in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And in the season finale between these two teams, they seal the deal, making smart adjustments along the way to finish out the year with an impressive 3-1 record against the Jazz. Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
And that one's good by Davis.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Magruder. James covering. Oni, he's covered by Rondo. James with some nice D. So it's the Lakers now. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Davis dishes to James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw good, James.
At the line for your Lakers, James.
And both free throws good for James. 23 seconds left in the game. And it's Utah's ball. Down low, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson.
Hey, what's up? It's Shaq. Listen, you've been on one the last few games. Wow. What do you think you have to do to sustain this level of production?
To sustain, I'm just going to have to stay in the same rhythm, game to game. Not overthink things too much, get points within the construction of the offense. We also have great locker room atmosphere, everyone rooting for each other. But at the same time, we keep each other grounded, keep each other humble, man. And when you do that, I think all things are good to come.
You have a lot of poise, young man. Congratulations.
And that's a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaq, for the Jet, for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We will see you again soon.